I have not done a review video that I can remember of somebody speaking about money specifically outside of the young man that was talking about credit cards. So y'all know that was what it was. And so we going to do what we do and we going to get to it. But this young man right here is saying that $30 an hour is the new poor. Before we get into the video, how many of you guys actually agree with that? How many of you guys absolutely agree with it? That 33, 0. I remember when I was younger, I used to want to make $30 an hour. Actually, it was $32 an hour. Yeah, because that's what they was making inside of the plants. Ford and Chrysler and GM here in Detroit. Boy, listen, by the time we came along, you had to know somebody because the old heads, the generation before me, the Xers and the Boomers, they was just able to come up to Detroit and get a job. Just get a job working on the line. You could bring your family out of poverty, buy a home, all of this stuff, right? But now, by the time that I came up, because I was born in 82, graduated in 2000, I was 18, I just needed somebody to get me in. Just get me in. I want to make up to $32 an hour, and I can go and get me a Cadillac. Ooh-wee. STS or a DTS with the North Star engine in it. Some of y'all not familiar with it. I'm about to start a whole new channel. I'm about to do a car channel. Yes, I am. North Star engine. It used to be knocking a little bit. They had some problems with the knocking, but if you had a North Star engine in your car, it was a shh. You skip right over to CTS. You get you a SLS or the STS, or you get you the DTS, the big dog. Holla at me. I wanted a Lincoln. Like the old heads. All of them dudes that was in the plant, making sure that they had their little side chicks. They couldn't retire because they had babies on the side that they had to keep paying child support for. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let's figure it out. Y'all.
What's up, guys? I'm fucking tired. I don't know if you can tell, I just got back from gym.
Okay. Gym life. I like it.
Fuck. I'm like literally like winded. I thought I'd just seen somebody.
Let me give him some credit before we get into the video, because I do not know what he's going to say, but I've been having this inside of my little thing for a long time. His name is LD. His name is LD. If we clip this up, we're going to put a link to his channel in the description because LD is very, very generic. As of the recording of this video, of this live stream, he has 1,000 subscribers. Let me give a round of applause for the hustlers. He got 1,000 subscribers. Unfortunately, LD for us meant learning disabilities back in the day, but he seems like a pretty solid brother. On top of it, he can communicate effectively. I could tell right away. Elim, I'm definitely going to be reading that super chat shortly. But let's see what he got to say, y'all.
Bro, trying to get it across the street. But
what's up with everybody recording in their cars? I don't understand that.
Yeah, I got some news to tell you guys. I'm pretty sure almost every... That's weird, my video cut out. I was going to say, I got some unfortunate news to share with you all. But I'm pretty sure almost every working American knew this already, but $20 an hour, and honestly anywhere from $20 to $30 an hour is like the new minimum wages. That's like the new broke. Realistically, if you're making anything under $20 an hour and you're over the age of 20, 21, how the fuck are you even buying food, dude? Like,
do y'all think that that's true? Maybe I'm so out of touch, right? Maybe I've been so out of touch for so long that I'm not aware. $20 to $30 an hour as a 20-year-old is crazy. What state do you live in? Bro, if you're making $30 an hour and you get overtime, don't you know that you can make over $100,000 a year and you in your 20s? How? Is that true? Honestly, I believe that it's lifestyle. A lot of y'all are trying to keep up with the Joneses. A lot of y'all have embraced this cultural norm that you got to go over here and live in these big cities, pay these big rents, have these high car notes, have leather seats in your car. You don't want to do nothing. You don't want to start building, and y'all starting to pay all of these taxes, and y'all live in these high tax cities. That's the reason why y'all feel like y'all need to make $50 an hour. You don't have to make $50 an hour. when you're in your 20s in order to be able to thrive at all.
I make $26.98 an hour, and I mean, don't get me wrong, it's
Let me do some calculations.
decent money. I honestly, I don't think it's. I think it's just barely decent money. If I was around way back when, I'd say that was probably good for the time. Like if you were making 20 something an hour back in like 2012 even, you'd be straight. Like you'd be able to not only live comfortably, but you'd be able to, like, you know, go out on vacation, you know, do like normal.
Don't y'all know that 2012 we was just now really starting to come out of the recession? That people were still broke. 2012 was basically starting to come out of the reset that had happened during the recession. Everybody was broke in 2012. You can't compare it. See, this is one of the benefits of being outside. Let me hear what he got to say.
Not normal shit, because that's not everybody can afford to do that. So I guess it's not normal. But like shit that you want to do, you want to live. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying with $20 an hour you can't live comfortably, okay? You can just barely get by. What do I mean by that? If you don't have a car, like car payment or car insurance, $20 an hour, you're caking. You're straight. Especially like if you live in a city, public transportation, do all that. If you have a car note, car insurance, rent, utilities, internet, phone bill, $20 an hour, 20 to $30 an hour is not gonna cut it, bro. Especially if you have a fucking family. Like when I see some people on my job and I'm just like, they're like, we make the same amount, and they're taking care of kids, grandkids, and paying mortgages and shit like that. I'm like, how the fuck did y'all sustain off this money? Like, yeah, you could be decent, but like, I want.
At $30 an hour, only working 40 hours, no overtime whatsoever, is the equivalent of about $62,000, $63,000 a year. Okay, the median household income is between $67,000 and $72,000 a year. Meaning that's all people combined inside of the household. Y'all got lifestyle problems. I remember when I said that $40,000, $50,000 a year trying to raise a family of four. A couple years ago, y'all said that I was crazy, insane, and I was an elitist. Y'all said that I was crazy, insane, and that I was an elitist. Now, y'all sitting here saying that I was right. But I'm telling you, you just got lifestyle problems. You don't need a car note. You don't have to pay car insurance. You don't have to have a phone that you're making payments on. If you're making payments on your phone, you need to reduce the amount of money that you're paying for your phone. Your phone bill shouldn't be that high. Your internet really ain't that much. You need to practice group economics. If you're 20 years old, you don't need to be living by yourself. I don't know how many times I got to say this. You could reduce the amount of money that you're paying, and you basically be running up a bag if you already have a car that's paid for, pay cash for a hoopty, or take public transportation. A lot of people live in cities where they can live, work, and play all in the same area, but you don't want to do that. Stay home. Stop trying to run out and go and get a bunch of student loan payments. Y'all start getting all of these payments, and then it runs up your lifestyle, and it ruins what you got going on.
I want to actually like live. I got shit I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, that's why he got stuff.
That's not enough, realistically speaking. Like, I remember when I was a kid back in high school and shit like that. I was like, damn, making 25 an hour, 23 an hour, you straight. How wrong was I? And it's crazy because like, it sounds like such a big difference from $17 an hour. That's like minimum wage where I live at, to 26 to 26, 27 that I make now. $10 more, and words 17 to 27, that's a big fucking gap, right? But when you really look at the paycheck and you add up, it's like, it's really not. You're getting extra, okay, let's say you're getting extra $80. I mean, cool. That's gas. That's one full tank of gas for my car. On terms of that week, and from how much I've earned more than someone making 17 an hour, it really.
That's why these immigrants is gonna come in here and mop y'all up. These immigrants is gonna come in here and they're gonna mop y'all up. They're gonna take y'all jobs. They're gonna run y'all up out of there. because y'all think that it's important for your employer to support your lifestyle instead of for you to continue to support what you got going on and adjust your lifestyle accordingly so that you can then pull yourself out. And you're not supposed to be making $120,000 a year when you're 20 years old. What are y'all on, man?
Really? Well, actually, no, I'm sorry. I had horrible math. That would be an extra, well, because $10 times 40, because, you know, you got to add the extra because you work 40 hours. $400. When you put it in perspective like that for the week,
think about what you're saying.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I worked in a casino. So, like, my brain is very desensitized.
How you going to work in a casino and you don't know how to...
small quantities of money, realistically, because, like, I've seen $10,000 go in the snap of a finger. If you think I'm bullshit and then you never stepped foot in a casino before, I've seen big money go fast. Like it never would. Like it was like $5. People spending 50 grand like it was $500. Like I don't know, but it's some people be like, well, that wasn't your money. How would you get decent? Well, I was there for 4.5 years and constantly dealing with it. It loses value after a while. You see people, the ugly things people will do for the money while you're working, and kind of you're just like, dude, fuck this shit. So maybe that's why I'm like $20, some 20 something an hour isn't good enough. But let me lead this into the real point that I really want to discuss, and that's, bro, I swear my job played me, bro. When I get home, I'm gonna record a whole nother video just so y'all can see this, because, all right, I make $26.98 an hour, right? I last week, because it gets confusing, because last week I had 2 double days and a holiday day and I think a holiday and a half or some shit like that.
You pay crazy taxes.
I worked 4th of July, which is a holiday, and then how my job does it is if you work like the 4th of July is you get off and you get the holiday pay for not coming in. But if you volunteer to work that day, you get extra holiday pay on top of that day already getting.
So usually it's double time, or depending on if you're in a planet, it could be triple time. But holidays is double time. Anything over 40 hours is time and a half. So you basically adding 50% on your paycheck, or you doubling your paycheck. If you make it $27 an hour and you working holiday pay and you're getting double time, depending on if that's what he's saying, you're basically making the equivalent of about $54 an hour on top of the original monies that you were supposed to be making.
Paid for holiday pay, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a double day. And the fact that I worked a whole month straight. But last week specifically, even though I was just rephrasing, I worked 7 days straight. I made less last week working more hours than I did the week before, which completely mind boggles me. Like, I'm like looking at my pay stub. I'm like, did they not pay me right? Like, and that's the fucked up part. I'm going to get back next to my job. It's like, let that have been one of the higher ups at my job that got their salaries fucked up. That wouldn't even be in the equation. I
don't even know what he's saying right now, bro.
Their pay system or whatever, I don't know if it's computer automated or whatever.
I don't think that he really knows what he's talking about. Honestly, I genuinely am confused. I'm confused as to what he's saying. I know that they take more in taxes, but they take more in taxes as you continue to elevate through the tax brackets.
But how the regular employees get paid, there's so many frequent fuck ups when it comes to paychecks that the shit is ridiculous. Because like there's no way that I worked damn near 60 something hours last week and got paid less than when I worked 55 hours or something. I'm like, there's no way. Like this Friday I should have at least got paid like $1,600 from the hours I worked last week. I got paid only $1,200, but the week before that, I worked less hours and brought home $1,358. I'm like, that don't fucking add up. I'll wait till I get home. I'm gonna make a video and I'm trying to go over it and show you guys, but like, realistically, I'm not gonna, just let this be straight. If that is right and they actually didn't fuck up, which I'm pretty sure they fucked up and they didn't give me a double day, $26.98, 60 hours, 60 something hours. I've worked more.
Okay, so he's venting. Now he's venting because you're right, because I think he probably got shorted. They probably didn't pay him his double time. He didn't look at his paycheck. And so he got to wait until the next pay period in order for them to correct it. And so he's venting. Okay, so you might be just venting.
I've worked 72 hours, 75, 77 hours in a week before, and you're only bringing home $1,200 fucking dollars. We're fucked. Point blank period. I know the maths, and that's how the math be mathin'. But fuck, bro.
You just cuss a lot. Just because you curse a lot does not mean that that's good content.
When I'm looking at $1,200 like you can't even wipe your ass with $1,200, bro. You go to the grocery store, you fill up your cart, that right there is already like half of that paycheck gone in groceries. So it's like, well, fuck. Didn't even mention got car insurance. Didn't even mention I got family members that need some money. Like, shit is ridiculous. I know it's not my fault. It's not your fault. It's not my boss's fault. Hell, it's no one's fault. It's just the way the world is going right now. And we have to adapt, right? What that means is that I have to add more value to my skill set in my life to make myself worth the value of $50, $60, $70 an hour. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody thinks about it like that. I know there's gonna be people that probably already clicked off this video like, look at this lazy ass nigga. He a bum. He's complaining about working and all that. Nigga, I ain't never said I had a problem with working. I like to work. The fuck? Working man gets paid.
Mad at?
However, I like shit. Well, life ain't fair, but I like to be properly compensated, and I feel like I have a higher value to myself than just $26.98 an hour. So that's what I'm adding to myself now, and I just want that to be. I want my experience to be a reminder for all of you watching that $20 an hour really isn't that much.
Got it. I think that it's a lifestyle problem for a lot of people. Nobody told you that you didn't work hard, big dog. You got to get out of your femininity with regard to that. It's a lifestyle problem for a lot of people. He's talking about he got to take care of and give money over to family members. He got to put some gas in his car and all of that. This is all lifestyle problem. It sounds like he venting. I hope that he feels better and that everything gets worked out with his paycheck so that he doesn't lash out at people. But a lot of times it is a lifestyle problem for a lot of people, and people are not taking that into consideration. God bless you, big dog. Again, if y'all want to go over to his channel and check him out, LD, I always like to give credit to content creators, regardless of whether or not I agree with him or not.